In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front brakes on your Kia Sorento. Located behind the front wheels, let's get started. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to remove the wheel. Remove the wheel. To start with, we're going to locate the bleeder using a 10mm wrench. We're going to go ahead and place it on it. We're going to plug in a bottle to collect all the fluid. You can either use that or you can put an oil pan underneath. Simply plug it in. Open your bleeder. And in this case, I'm going to be using a flathead screwdriver to return the piston. We're doing this so we don't send back all the fluid. Wedge it in between the pad and return the piston. Once we have the piston returned, simply tighten your bleeder. Remove the hose and remove your 10 wrench. Now we're ready to remove the caliper. Using a 14mm socket, we're gonna be removing the caliper bolts. There's one right here and one on top. Take it out. Do the same on the top. Now that we remove the bolts, we simply grab the caliper and hang it away from the assembly. When you do this, make sure you're not putting any pressure on the hydraulic hose to avoid any damages. Using a 17mm socket, we're gonna remove the bracket. It's gonna have two bolts, one on top and one on the bottom. Crack them loose. And take them off. Do the same on the top. Take your bracket out. Next, we're going to remove the rotor screws. In this case, we have two of them. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, we're going to remove those. Now remove the rotor. Sometimes you might have to tap it with a hammer. I recommend hitting around the area. Never hit on this area because you could hit the stud and cause more issues. Slide it out. Before we install the rotor, we want to make sure that we clean this area. And for that, I'm going to be using a small wire brush. We're going to get between the studs. Before we install the rotor in place, we want to make sure we spray this area with some Never Seez. Now we're ready to install the rotor. I'm going to be mentioning two things. In this case, these rotors are G-coated and they don't have machining oil on them, so they're basically ready to be installed. Another thing that I want to mention, you want to line up the two holes with the hub for the rotor bolts. Get them set, and now we can pull the bolts in. Now that we have the holes lined up, we want to go ahead and start the bolts by hand. Now snug them up. Don't need to tighten them that much. These are just there to hold the rotor in place when you remove the tire. Moving over to the bench, we're going to be disassembling the old bracket. Simply remove the clips. Slide the old pads away. Sometimes you might need to tap them. Depending on the rust, they could get stuck. Using a flathead screwdriver, we're gonna remove the old tins. Do the same on this side. Now we're getting ready to remove the slide pins. You can slide them a little bit, and one thing I like to do before I take it completely out, inspect your boot, make sure there's no rips or tears. If there is, please replace. In this case, these ones look pretty good, so we're gonna be reusing. Take the slide pins off. And another thing to keep in mind, one of these pins is gonna have this black boot or damper. Make sure you put it in the same hole that it comes out. As you can see, this side doesn't have it. Wipe off the old grease. We're gonna be putting new silicone grease on it. Don't put too much. Slide it in and make sure that it's free. Just like that. Do the same on the other one. We're gonna use a wire brush to clean up the areas where the tin foils go. Should look like this. Do the same on the other side. Now that we have the bracket clean, we're gonna go ahead and put some silicone paste on the areas where the tin goes. We don't want to put too much. We don't want this getting on the rotor. Do the same on both sides. Slide the tins in place. Should look like this. Do the same on the other side. Just like that. Now we're ready to reinstall the bracket. Line it up and start the bolts by hand. Get them snug. Now we're ready to torque them to 72 foot-pounds. Now that we have the bracket torqued, we're ready to install the pads. And just a quick note, the one with the squealer goes in the back of the rotor. Simply line it up and slide it in. And now we're ready to install the front pad. Simply line it up and slide it in. Now we're ready to install the clips. There's one that goes on top and one that goes on the bottom. For this, I recommend you hold them in place because they're gonna want to push out. So once you put the top one, apply some pressure, install the bottom one. Should look like this. And now, holding the bottom, we're gonna slide the caliper in place. Start at the top and slide it down. Now we're ready to install the bolts, line up the holes, and start them by hand. Get them snug. And now we're gonna torque them to 23 foot-pounds. Install the wheel, align the holes. Start your lug nuts by hand. And get them snug. With the vehicle on the ground, we're gonna go ahead and torque our wheel to 79.6 foot-pounds. And for that, we wanna make sure we do a star pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.